What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Learning 101. It's good to be back after a whole week off. I hope you guys are having a great start of the week so far, kicking off Money Monday. It's July 8th, just after 11:40 a.m. It's good to be back, guys. I missed the stock market. I took the whole week off last week. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to catch up on. Market's a little slow today, but not forcing anything, taking a step back, just easing my way back into the markets. SGMO was really the only good opportunity that I seen today, but like I said, I didn't trade, I just watched. Let's break down SGMO real quick. I already got it drawn up right here for you guys. I posted it in the Discord every single day going forward. In the Discord room, I'll post a chart of the day. Today, SGMO was the chart of the day. SGMO has a float of 113 million. Its average true range is 49 cents, and it has news on a drug that they have. So we see right here it made a pre-market high at $13.75. Opened up right at this $13 area right here and sold all the way down. And I drew Fibonacci retracements on it from the previous day's close all the way up to the pre-market high. And you could see right here it pulled all the way back to this golden ratio of 61.8. Pretty much double bottomed right here. Double bottomed at that golden ratio, grinded all the way up, was finding resistance right here at the 50% retracement level, because you could see it was resistance right there and it was acting as support right there. Got through it and it was holding right above it right there. That's showing strength at that 1260 level, and from 1260 ran all the way up to this 38.2 level, was finding resistance, and then it popped all the way up here to around the area of where it was hanging around here just before the market opened. Pulled back to this 38.2 level, and the nice little bounce too, right at this 1290 area. This 1290 area is going to act as a mental area because it's like a $13 level. A mental area. I'm looking at the general area. 1290, $13. From there, gets a nice little pop all the way up to around 1330. And I look at this as like a double top. It's not going to be perfect. And you got to look at charts like this. It's an art form. It's not going to be perfect. I'm always looking at general areas. This isn't a perfect double bottom. You may come across people that are precise to a T. Everything has to match up perfect. For me, charts are not going to be perfect. I always like to look at general areas. That's how I am. So to me, this is generally, to me, a double bottom. To me, this is a double top. A double top for me because it popped over right here and it was a fake out and it came right back down and didn't hold. So this was the chart of the day for me, SGMO. This is a bigger float stock, and I'm not normally used to trading higher float stocks. So I just got to keep going at it and watching these higher float stocks and getting used to them and just saving the charts. Because you got to think too as well, with higher float stocks, it's a bigger freight train. And when you got a bigger freight train, it's harder for that train to stop. So once it starts getting to going in a trend, the odds of it reversing are slim. compared to a low float. So SGMO, and then look what it just did recently. It double bottomed at that golden ratio, ran all the way up, double topped, back down, and then it cracked through it, and this thing slowly trended all the way back down to that golden ratio at 61.8 level. And at that 61.8 level, what we got there? $12.30. This popped up to $12.60. So a nice 30-cent pop right there off of that fib level. So it just goes to show you there's multiple people doing the same exact thing, throwing Fibonacci's on their charts and trading. You got to think of the psychology behind this stuff. There are multiple groups out there trading MACD, Elliott Wave, Fibonacci, RSI, all kinds of indicators. So whenever you see patterns in the markets, the outcomes are always going to be different because every time different groups are trading all these patterns. And that's why you see a lot of patterns happen in the markets. There's a lot of cult followings out there with indicators and tools in the markets. And then SOLY, an old friend, popped up today. A little bit on the choppy side. They came out with news today that they're going to be, announcing their drug trial on July 15th. And this just got volume back up into it. If we pull over the daily here real quick, this was in play a while ago. Right here when it ran from around the $5 area all the way up to $14.50, gapped up to 20, over 20, up to almost $30. And then since that, this thing has just trended all the way down, making lower highs and lower lows, just going lower and lower. And today it just got a nice little bounce to the upside. It's going to find a lot of resistance right at that 15 level. Because look, it found resistance all right here at that level. Nice play on Soli, but a little bit on the choppy side, like I said, and a little bit too much of a higher risk. Because if we break this down, right at the open here at 11.75, this shot all the way up to $14, that mental level, and then right here it had a nice little pullback right down to the VWAP, and this is at almost $13, another mental level. And if you were to simply draw fibs on that, let's see. Let's draw Fibonacci retracements on that. Pulls back, runs up, tops out right there, pulls back, pretty much bounces right off of this 38.2 level. And where the VWAP is, $13, grinds all the way back up over the high that it made, new high on the day. You can see it starts losing momentum right there with those red candles right here. They tried bringing it down right here, but the bulls were able to bring it back up. And then really no direction right here with this doji. And then the bears started to bring it back down right there. But this retraced and trended all the way down to around this 1340 level. 1340, this is the risk I'm talking about right here. When it pulled back, it pulled just below the VWAP right here. If you were to get in on this stock right at this level right here, you got to look at the risk of to reward on it. If you were to get in on it at this 1340 level, the risk is if it breaks through this thing can come all the way back down to this level right here, which is at around $13. That's a 40-cent risk. And if you look at where the high is from 1340, let's see, it'll find resistance like right there, 1380 and 1420. So it's like a 1-for-1 risk for reward if you were to get in right here, because you'd run into resistance right there like it did, and then it consolidated, and then it continued to go. But it's all about the way you look at the charts. Everybody looks at charts differently. Just very, very choppy SOLY was today. But this did have a nice run from this almost $12 all the way up to 1483. And when we just had the daily over here, what area did I say would be a big resistance level? That $15 level. You could see it topped out right here at 1480, pulled back to 1414, and now it's running back up to this 1480s level again. So this could run up to $15, but that $15 is going to be a real big resistance level. And now that we're going into lunch hours, might wait for this thing for like a power hour move type of thing, if it to keep going. Next up, ADVM. Nice move today from 1220 all the way up to 1380. This stock, looking at the daily, this thing has just been on a grind. All the way back from the beginning of the year. At the end of the first month, this was at $3. This thing is grinded all the way up to $6.75, and then boom, just took off, and it's just keep going and going and going. Now hitting $13.50 now. So a nice $10 move on this stock. And you can see right here as well, we got a little squeeze going on. We got the 200-day getting real tight with the 300-day right there, about to form a crossover. So little notices like that could lead to a big payday. And look at that right there. You got the 100-day crossing above the 200-day, and look what happened. It exploded to the upside right there. I just thought I'd show you guys ADVM. It's just something that caught my eye today. And then OSTK, nice move today from this 1430 area all the way up to 1622. I don't see any news on OSTK, but OSTK has been in play for the past few weeks. Look at this thing. Up and down, just in play, like I said. And that's the thing with these small cap stocks. You got some of them, volume will attack it one day and then be done with it. And then it'll just slowly lose volume as the days and weeks continue. But then you'll have some stocks that the volume will just keep going with it. And it could last for a week, 2 weeks, a couple weeks, a month. And that's solely ever since here at the beginning of June. So going on a month now, this has been in play. And then LEDS today. real fast, just chat room pump and dump that just didn't hold at all. I don't know what chat room did the pump and dump, but the volume on this thing, 17,000, 29,000, opens back up, 130,000, 242,000 in volume, and then 67,000, 25,000. Just no volume came into this at all, and it just slowly just died out. Would have been a nice play for a short. And then KPTI, this was like one of the big plays last week. Opening up today at this 880s level, selling down to 840s, grinding back up to almost $9, and then trending back down. Really didn't have my attention on KPTI, was just basically watching, seeing what's happening. ADVM, big sell-off right now. But we're heading into lunch hour, so it's going to be pretty iffy. And so Atlas was pumping LEDS. That's probably who it was. That's why it's good to follow these low float chat rooms, because chat room pumps, because you can easily see who's pumping these stocks. And sometimes if there's nothing really going on in the market and it's dead, a chat room will pump up a stock and it'll hit on everybody's scanners, and that's when you could see a stock really take off and explode. I mean, look what happened to JAGX. But one more thing I wanted to show you guys. The past week, I've been working on a project. I'm still working on it. Oh, it's a really, really big project I've been working on. I'm going to continue working on it all this week, and then I'm going to try recording it this weekend. It's a real big subject. I'm putting a lot of work and a lot of time into this project. I already got 33 pages so far, and it's all about trading psychology, emotions, human nature, habits, over 7,000 words, and I still got 3 pages right next to me here still to type out. This is one of the biggest projects that I've ever taken on and put together. So this is a project I'm really, really going to be proud of once I'm done with. I can't wait to show it to you guys. I think it's going to blow a lot of you guys away. And if you don't know much about psychology, or if you wanted to learn more about psychology, this is about to blow a lot of people away. I want this to be perfect, so I'm going to take my time with this. This is why I haven't put a video out over the weekend. I've just been reading books, watching videos, taking notes, and just going really, really hard with this thing. So I really can't wait to show it to you guys once it's done. The style that I think I'm going to do it in, since it's so long, I'm going to try to do it as like in an audio book kind of way, where it's just shooting facts and little stories off to you guys to put it all into perspective for you guys. That way you guys can re-listen to it whenever you guys are alone, so it'll stick and burn into your memory better. But a lot of great golden content in this project that I'm making, and I just, like I said, I cannot wait to share it with you guys. It's going to be an awesome thing. But other than that, no more really stocks I really wanted to talk about. And one more thing, congratulations to the women's U.S. soccer team for winning the tournament. And then one more thing, I'll give a shout out again to the Discord. If you're interested, in a chat room. It's completely free. This is the Trading Learning 101 Discord room. I want dedicated traders. I want dedicated people. If you're dedicated and passionate about the stock market like I am, this is the place for you. I have all kinds of great channels in here that I've created. Again, there's a link in the description down below. I got a chat room, ETFs only chat. I post a chart of the day. I have a news scanner, a halt scanner, trading psychology, trading indicators, candlestick patterns, book recommendations, chart patterns, favorite websites that I like to use, a dictionary for the stock market. I'm always posting new videos that I put out and great videos that I find on YouTube. And I got a stock market movies and TV show chat where I post all the greatest and best Wall Street business movies that I've seen or heard about. And I got a questions tab, a rules chat, and all I ask is if you join this Discord group, just head on over to the rules, read over the rules real quickly, and just respect everybody in the chat room. I want this to be a place for traders to grow and be a team, help each other all out, have multiple eyes in the market, and it's all about growing. That's what I'm really big on. I want everybody to try to grow and help each other out as most as possible. This is why I do this YouTube thing and do a market recap every day, because I've been there when you're new and it sucks. The stock market is so big and I've been doing this for over 3 years now and I'm still learning. And I plan on continuing to still learn every single day as I continue doing this. But if you guys are interested, there's a link in the description of all my videos that will take you directly to it. And every day, every week, I'm always improving and adding something new to the Discord room. And I also have a stock bot. So if you're interested in statistics and you want to know what a float is real quick, all you got to do is type in iFloat. Let's look up OSTK. And then the stock bot will pop up and it'll tell you the current price it's at, the shares, the float, short the float, short ratio, the insiders ownership, institutional ownership, the market cap, all that great stuff. There's all kinds of little great tools and stuff for you guys to use in this Discord group. But had to give a shout out to the Discord. Again, I hope you guys are starting the week off right and on the right foot. If you didn't see anything, don't worry. Preserve that account. Sometimes no trade is the best trade. You don't, as traders, you got to remember, we make our money sitting and waiting, letting stocks come to us. We don't chase after stocks. But it's good to be back. Was off for over a week. Got to spend some time off. Got to really put in a lot of time in the psychology video that I'm going to be putting out for you guys. I'm really pumped about that psychology video. Like I said, it's going to blow a lot of people's minds. There's a lot of great stuff in it. But I think that's going to about wrap it up. I was keeping tabs over last week on the markets because I always want to try to have an eye in the markets. So every day I would just pop in and see what the biggest percentage gainers were. Really nothing was going on last week. And anytime you have a holiday in the middle of the week, like the 4th of July in the United States, you're going to see a little bit of no volume and it's going to be slow in the markets because you got to think a lot of the big money is going to be spending time with family, going on vacation. Nothing's really going to happen. And that's with all holidays. Sometimes things do happen, but a lot of times it's just chat room pump and dumps, or if something really crazy happened in the world that shook the markets. And then next week, guys, don't forget, next week starts off earnings season, July 15th. So next Monday starts earnings season. We all know with earnings season, we see volume leave small cap land, and all the volume goes over to the large cap stocks because they all want to focus on their longer term investments and what are the big companies doing. So just as a reminder and prepare, there still is opportunity during earnings season. It's just you got to know where to look. There's always opportunity everywhere in the stock market. It's just all about putting in that time, doing the work, and putting strategies together that revolve around you as a trader and your personality. But that's going to about wrap it up for this video, guys. Kicking off Money Monday. No trades for me today. Just after a week off, settling back into the markets, getting familiar with all the stocks that popped off last week and are starting to pop off this week. I might not trade at all this week because we got earnings next week. So a lot of people are going to be preparing for that, but I'm going to say for sure we're going to see something pop off this week. There is going to be a chat room out there that's going to want to try to pump up a stock. Look at what's been happening lately. We've had reverse splits with low floats go on rips. See if there's any of those upcoming. New IPOs. Are there any new IPOs coming out this week? That's been the theme this year. You just got to look, guys. That's going to wrap it up, guys. OHRP, I think, just had something happen. No. OHRP is a lower float, though, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, its float's 2.5 million, but we're going into lunch hours, maybe a power hour move, I don't know. It's hard with these low float pumps because you just don't know if volume's going to come into it like LEDS. Especially if it's got no volume, or no news, I mean. But alright guys, that's going to wrap it up. I'll see you guys all tomorrow, Tuesday, July 9th. If you didn't trade, it's alright. Always tell yourself tomorrow's a new day. Always think about account preservation. That's what it's all about. You always want to try to be here tomorrow. Have that mindset. You're in this for the long term. You don't have to trade every single day. But alright guys, till next time, like I always say, have that patience, have that discipline, and study, study, study as always, guys. Later.